Philadelphia. Yeah, I reckon we can sell some Brentford shirts here. So like Rocky said, dance like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I think it was Rocky that said that anyway. Pardon? Do I want to run up the steps? God no, I'm tired just looking at them. But I tell you what, can we go and get one of those Philly cheesesteaks though? Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 6, Episode 6 at Brentford as we follow in Dean Smith's footsteps, and today we are playing Newcastle away from home in the Premier League in a game we have to win if we wanted to keep pace with the top four. And then it is Champions League futures on the line as we host Celtic. We, of course, got spanked 3-0 up in Scotland, and we have to get our revenge today, or else our Champions League campaign is effectively over in the group stage, which would be horribly disappointing. But the big news since last episode, and it hasn't been too much because we've pretty much coming straight back, is that we have formed an affiliation with the Philadelphia Union in MLS. It's one of these, it's basically to sell shirts to Americans. So hopefully that'll come off for us and we'll get a little bit more merchandising money and things like that into the club. But yeah, there we go. That is that. And that's basically happened because I figured, we haven't had a new affiliate club for a while, so they can go with the Brisbane Roar selling shirts to Australians and the Shanghai Shenhuaians who are selling shirts to the Chinese. And of course, we have to link up with 1860 Munich for youth players. We haven't really seen any benefit of that as of yet, but we live in hope. Quick update of the league table coming into this one. You can see we're 3 points back of Everton in 4th, so we do need to try and make sure we're winning this game to keep pace with them. Newcastle down there in 13th. So sort of lower mid-table, almost, yeah, it's probably lower mid-table. So hopefully we can get the result we need against them. And there's the Champions League group. 4 games played, all 4 teams on 6 points. But we're still paying the price with our goal difference for that defeat to Celtic. So we need to have a good day against them today. But let's have a look at what we're doing here against Newcastle United. We are the favourites for this one. We've never lost to them in our 4 outings, 3 wins and a draw, They are a Graham Potter coached side. We can have a look at Graham Potter here. He's an underrated manager, I think, isn't he? So we'll see how he gets on with them. An attacking standard style of play. We're actually expecting them to come out sort of the wing back, sort of a 5-2-1-2, I guess you'd call it. So we'll see exactly how they do come out in a second, I suppose. There's their heat map. They got spanked against Chelsea last time out. They were quite deep, a little bit narrow perhaps. So we'll see if they play a similar way against us, albeit at home they may be a little bit more adventurous. We can see there their passing network and their key passes, a little bit direct at times. They certainly don't have a favoured place to get a key pass, do they? They're sort of all over the shop there. Let's have a look at what we're doing here with ourselves. Now, we have a look at the medical centre. We've just come back from an international break, and you can see we have a lot of players that have come back fatigued. We do need to try and make sure that we have the strongest possible team for Celtic. And one other thing that has happened is Alejandro Rivas, you may remember us signing him a couple of seasons ago. He has been developing really, really well. You can see that there in his attributes. We've called him into the senior squad now to try and help his development a little bit further so we can get some mentoring, and also we'll try and give him some cup games because he is, you can see there, developing very, very nicely indeed. But that's all by the by. We have Pickford in goal for this one. It's Vazquez, McKenna, Soleil and Bogle as the back 4. Garner, Palaversa and Rambleson in midfield. Dan and Hudson-Odoi as the wingers. Vassie up top. We have had to promise first team football to James Garner and also to Dan. Which is fine because they're both very good footballers. And speaking of James Garner, actually, England debut, goal on debut. Get in there, James. So that's excellent. But it just means that we'll have to give them sort of favouritism over Matteo and anybody else on that right-hand side, sort of namely Ndidi, I guess, would be the main guy there. But anyway, let's go see how we do here. Okay, so they have come out with their wing-backs, so that is what it is, I suppose. Bowen says go out there, prove a point today. We're the favourites for a reason. All right, let's go with that. Some calm, we have faith, and out we go. All right, and here we are at St James's Park. I can't remember if I mentioned it or if I just meant to mention it, but I got my Aussie Villain hoodie in the mail yesterday. Very, very excited. Took more excited than I should be, really. But really, I actually quite like it, if I'm being honest. Maybe I underestimated my fatness, though, because overestimated, because it's actually a little bit too big, which is nice. I don't often get to feel like I'm not that fat. Anyway. Let's worry about the game of football we have going on here. Here we go, a throw. We've told them to get creative. Bogle with the throw in there for Ghana. England international now, of course. Bogle. Back to Ghana. Can we get a ball into the box here? There's a wonderful pass for Dan. Dan's in behind. He pulls it back, and Vassi can't miss. I don't know if it was a save. It must have been a save from the goalkeeper, I think, because it's unassisted. But I wasn't sure if it was goalkeeper or post, but it doesn't matter because it's fallen wonderfully well there for Vassi. He couldn't miss, and he's made it 1-0. Wonderful pass. Look at that from Palaversa. Dan pulls it back. It was the goalkeeper, and Vassi, Johnny on the spot, or Vassi on the spot, as the case may be, makes it 1-0. A fantastic start, a good early start for us there. A nice goal to help us hopefully settle those nerves, or certainly the manager's nerves anyway. And let's see what we can do here. Let's give it a demand more. Can we get a second goal? Dan, good ball in. It's headed around. Is he offside? I think he is. Soleil at the back post. And it is called back for offside. I think he did need to be there. It's only just offside. It was going wide, so he didn't lose anything. Whether it be a goal kick or a free kick, doesn't really matter. Dan with the ball in and Garner over the bar. Oh, that looked a good opportunity. We've got a little bit of work to do now defensively, it would seem. Can we go and win this ball back, please, boys? Kelly with a crossfield pass. Can't quite intercept it. Tete's in behind. He's lost his man there, and luckily for us, he doesn't have his shooting boots on yet. This has been quite good, though. We're dominating the game, certainly in terms of shots. And we see that from us a lot. We don't always have the most possession, but we're certainly good at using it when we get it. Let's see if we can just get into the break. Arsenal 2-0 down to Bournemouth. There's got to be a bit of a surprise. All right, what do we say? It's got to be an assertive, don't get complacent, boys. We'd like to see a little bit more from you, please, Jayden Bogle. I feel like Bogle is falling down our pecking order a little bit. He's just injured so often. And it's not like he gets serious injuries. He just gets, we all know the players that are like that. He just gets niggles. Just sort of week here, 2 weeks there. To the point where we've had to sign McAtee to kind of cover him. And to be honest, I kind of just leave, and Hudson-Odoi's picked up a knock now, pulled thigh. We can get the wizard on for him. That's fine. I just kind of leave Bogle on the bench. So he's just, an option to keep, it keeps the other player fresh, whether it be Scott or McAtee. So yeah, it's just, as I said, just fallen down our pecking order a little bit. We're not seeing the best game here from Rambleson. To be honest, we're not seeing. It's another game, isn't it? Where I was hoping the international break we had a chance, to let's get Hurdle on for you. He can play as a Mazzella. To do some attacking work, and I was hoping we'd see the benefit for that, but. We seem to score a goal and then just go into our shells, don't we? And just not be too bothered. We'll go and close it down. 1-0's 1-0, but it's not ideally the sort of scorelines I'd be liking to have, if I'm honest. But it is what it is. If we can get across the line, that's fine. It is 1-0 to the Bees, and we made their goalkeeper play well, but ultimately, don't get complacent, I suppose. So Brentford rise to see off Newcastle. Hudson-Odoi is up to 3 weeks. I thought we took him off pretty quickly there, but that's a bit of a shame. Pickford close to triggering the 9 million add-on there to Everton. It does make you wonder if it's worth paying 9 million if we could get maybe someone a little bit younger, but we're going to have to pay it, aren't we? So there's no point complaining about it. Forest is keeping an eye on McKenna. I'm willing to negotiate, mate. I'm willing to negotiate. It does make you wonder the fact that Rambleson isn't playing particularly well this season, if they've changed something tactically that I haven't sort of... Yeah, anyway. Wait right there, guys. We're hosting Celtic next. Our Champions League future's on the line. It's got a good win in the league. Now we need to go and do it in Europe as well. Okay, welcome back, and here we go. Champions League effectively on the line. If we lose this, then there's very little chance of us getting out of the group. It would be lucky to even get into the Europa League, to be honest, because we'd have Juventus away from home in the final game. We are the favourites, though. Interesting odds, both the draw and Celtic are the same odds. We've only played Celtic once, and we did lose to them, of course. They're still a Peter Grant coach side. We underestimated him in the first game. We won't be doing it this time. A balanced, direct style of play. You can see they did get beaten against Motherwell last time out, but it's a bit of an aberration. They are leading the Scottish Premiership, just ahead though of Hibs, Rangers, and Aberdeen, all sort of right there on their tails. So interesting Scottish League this season. We are expecting something similar to this, though, in terms of a formation. We can see here they were quite narrow. They did go down to 10 men, but they were still quite narrow against Motherwell. Passing network is there and their key passes as well. And this is the team that we are sending out. One or two, maybe slight experiments in this one. So it's Pickford in goal. It's Michelotti, it's Pavlovic, it's SQUEAKY and Scott. We have had to promise Michelotti more first-team football now as well. So that's, we're promising a lot of players a lot of football right now. Matteo is a deep line playmaker. With Garner, we're going to try him as the advanced playmaker. I think he can do it. So we're going to give him a go. And that means that Mabry will move over to be the Mazzella as Rambleson needs a rest for this one. Dan down the right. Erkinger comes in down the left. Up goes up top. Let's get in there. Get in there, get into the game, get out on the field, whichever way you want to look at it. Here we go. They are playing as expected, which is good. Did I mention that James Garner made his England debut? A goal-scoring debut for him as well, so excellent stuff. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. It's one of those things, I don't know if you guys do this, where I can't remember if I've mentioned something or if I sort of thought, I have to mention that, but didn't actually say it. So we've either know once or twice now that James Garner has made his England debut. What do we want to say to this? Go out there, prove a point today, keep the run going. Let's go with that. Some calm, we have faith. It just seems to work, doesn't it? So hopefully it will keep working here. Alright, and here we go. Final home game of the Champions League group stage. Hopefully not the final home game of the Champions League. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. I mean, realistically, you'd say, a draw will be enough, but we don't want to have to go to Juventus on the final game needing a win. That seems difficult, even though we have beaten them already. Erkinger out to Dan. Dan, can he pull a ball back? He can. Ups there. Fete up. Sticks it away. What a start that is. 5th minute. Dan and Fete up combined. It's 1-0 to Brentford. That is absolutely perfect. And if we can go and win this game and win it well, then we'll be looking quite good. Our home form, it has to be said, is not too bad. We've beaten Juventus and Hertha at home. Yes, I think they are both 1-0. It's away from home that's let us down because we've lost to Celtic and Hertha away from home as we come straight back. And we find ourselves top of the group. I'm not even sure what we would want as the other result. I think ideally we'd probably want Juventus to win so that when we go there, both teams, a draw will be enough, if not for both teams, certainly for them. Mabry wins that back. Oh, looking for Fete up. Can't quite find him. And here comes Celtic again. What we don't want to do is, having got off to a wonderful start, is let them back into this game. Fiorini comes forward. Exchange passes with one of his teammates there. Can we put some pressure on them? So far, they're playing around our press. They've got him behind us. Pickford makes the simple save at his near post, and that ends the highlight, which is good to see because, we didn't really want that continuing on. Again, we find ourselves just struggling for possession a little bit. We are doing some training work. I can't remember if it's this week or next week in game on sort of tactical work to hopefully try and improve that. Dan is looking nervous, which isn't ideal. And are we going to see another one of these games where we get a relatively early goal and then just really struggle to go on with it? Get creative, boys. Come on. We do need to fix the goal difference. So if we could get a second or third goal, it would be a wonderful thing. But obviously the main thing, they've stopped trying to hit us on the counter-attack. So that might mean there's a little bit more space there for us now as well. Here we go with Jack Scott. He's got space to run into. We know he's quick. Can he find a pass? He goes back in field for Garner. Garner for Mabry. Mabry goes back for Scott. It's a good ball as well. Scott crossing for Fete up. Headed away. Dan's there. Can Dan smash one in? Mabry's there. Mabry. Oh, that was a really good chance, and he's put it wide. It's been an even game, so we can't say we're looking too comfortable here, can we? Do we say, you've played well, there's room for improvement? I've deviated from my tried and trusted don't get complacent. Is that going to come back and bite me on the backside? Let's hope not. Dan is still looking nervous. We do have Ndedi on the bench, so we might give him 10-15 minutes in this second half, only because he's Dan and we know what he can do. And if he doesn't improve himself, then we might look to bring on Ndedi to improve things, hopefully, on that right-hand side. Let's give it a get creative here. Neither of the wingers is playing well. I wonder if we need to just adjust something about the way we're playing. Scott wins that back. Hertha Berlin has taken the lead against Juventus. Well, that does put the pressure on us to make sure we're getting the win here. Erking up, goes out there for Michelotti. Can he get a cross in? It's there for Fete up, and it's a block behind. No, it's a goal kick. He's just scuffed his shot terribly. All right, we're getting a lot of our love in wide areas. So let's look to exploit the flanks, try and get those wingers involved, and see if that can help us at all. Let's demand a little bit more. Erkinger is now the one that's letting us down a little bit, but we don't really have a left-sided midfielder to bring on. Let's give them some praise. We're doing okay here. I would love a second goal though, boys, if you'd be so kind. Oh, we've got a highlight. Can we win that? We cannot. What we don't want is Celtic pulling level here. That would be a disaster. It would basically mean a shootout between ourselves and Juventus if the scores were to stay the same in the other game to stay in Europe. Oh, and it is just wide. Come on, boys. Come on. Dan is looking apprehensive now. Let's get him off. Let's get Dan on. Let's get... what's his face? Ndedi on. Let's get Farai on for Ghana, who's looking nervous and on a booking. And we'll keep that other sub up our sleeve. And see if we can... Come on, boys. Go and get this second goal. I don't want to... Oh, and Juventus has equalised. There's a cross in. Ndedi's there. I'm not sure if there's a flick on or a head away. Scott has it. Back in. It's again headed away. Farai's going to pick that up. We're putting some decent pressure on them here. Michelotti, can he whip a nice ball in? He can. It's back post for Ndedi and straight at the goalkeeper. Oh, boys, what have we got to do to score a goal in this game? We've missed a couple of really good chances. I remember Maybury's in the first half. It could easily have been 3 or 4 here. There's a ball in. Is that a penalty? No, it's going to be a goal kick as it floats over everybody. And we come straight back for the goal kick. The last thing we want is for Celtic to draw level here. I mean, as things stand, if results stand as they are here, we're going to go into the final group game top of the group. But there's still 5 minutes to play here, and you get the feeling a lot can happen, and there it is. They have equalised. What have I done there? And you can't say that wasn't coming. We've paid the price for missing chances. Oh, and suddenly we've gone from top to bottom. It's that sort of a group, isn't it? Oh, it's not the best defending we'll ever see. All right, what can we do here? Let's raise the tempo. Let's stop looking for overlaps. Let's shoot on sight. Let's go counter-press them. Let's get this line up. And see what we can do. Come on, boys. Get creative. There's surely one last goal in you here. Come on, boys. Come on. And we're going to go to Juventus on the final day, and we're going to need to win. And that's going to be tough. Unlucky day today, boys. Unlucky. So an 87th minute goal denied us the victory, and we couldn't afford not to win our home games. We haven't won our home games. The other game did finish as a draw. Our goal difference from that first game of the group still hangs around our necks, and we're going to have to go and win in Juventus on the final match day, and that is going to be tough. Oh, that's really disappointing. 87th minute goal. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Again, we're really, really struggling for goals, aren't we? We're going to have to try something. I wonder if we have to go with a number 10 instead of a DM. That might help things. We'll do some experimenting in the games in between. We'll be back next time. We'll host Derby County. We will then go to Juventus and... Well, we have to win. There's no excuses. We have to win. Take care.